Hi, and welcome to Getting Started with Moodle. I'm Jason Hogan, one of the e-learning instructional designers here at the University of Prince Edward Island, and this is Moodle, our learning management system. So in this video, we're going to go over kind of the Moodle basics, or like the bare necessities. We're going to go over logging in, accessing your courses, organizing your course dashboard, opening your courses for students, sending announcements, and submitting final grades to the registrar's office. So before we start, I'm just going to point out that we have a Moodle support tab and a course for faculty or Moodle support. If I click on this link, it's going to take me to a page and it's going to ask me to log in with my UPI account. And if I don't have my UPI account, I can log in as a guest on this page. And what this page has is a bunch of screenshot or video tutorials showing you the steps for a lot of the topics that we're going to cover today, as well as in future videos. So if you just want like a quick kind of, oh, where's that button, or how do I set that kind of thing up, you might want to go back here for a quick guide just to flip through those steps. So I'm going to log out as a guest and return to the home page. So the home page will have announcements for students as well as announcements for faculty. So here we can see that there's been some changes to the final grade submission since April 24th, 2017. So those kind of announcements, maybe a reminder to open your course at the start of the semester. So you might want to check the front page just to see if there's any kind of announcements or maybe upcoming workshops or something like that. So we're going to start by logging in. So we can see that I'm not logged in. So I can log in here on the right, or I can use this button here on the left. They're both going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to log in. And I'm going to use my UPI username and password, the exact same that I would use for my UPI email. And if you don't have this, your dean or chair might have to apply for access for you with ITSS. You should get that in a letter. So on this page, we're going to access courses, and we're going to go through the dashboard. Some faculty might use the My Courses dropdown, where courses are arranged by the semester, or the course search bar at the bottom of the tool, where you can type in the course code or the course title. So we're going to go to the dashboard. And on this page, I have 5 courses that show up. And I also get a note that there are 8 hidden courses. So if you teach a lot of courses, or you have a lot of courses that you've taught in the past, you might have more courses that will show up in this list. You can have those courses showing by pressing the Show All Courses link. So here, the 8 courses that were hidden are now going to appear. And if you want to change how many courses normally appear on this page, or the order in which these courses appear on the page, you can press the Customize This Page button at the top right corner. And now we can say, set the number of courses to display. So I'm going to change that to Always Show All. Maybe you want to set that to fewer because you see that kind of as clutter and you don't want to worry about those older courses. And you can drag and drop the courses into your preferred order with these multi-directional arrows. So I could drag this checklist course to the top, but I'm going to focus on my sandbox right now. And if you ever accidentally delete a block on this page, or something doesn't appear as it should, you can set the Reset Page to Default button, and that will bring you back and hopefully clear up that issue for you. So we're going to go stop customizing this page, and I'm going to go to my sandbox course. So a sandbox course is a course where there aren't any real students, so there's no worry about students seeing something that they shouldn't have access to, or causing students unnecessary anxiety by accidentally setting up like a test or sending out an announcement that you don't mean to actually go out to real live students. If you don't have a sandbox course, you can request one in a form in the faculty and staff Moodle support page, or in the course for Getting Started with Moodle. So I'm going to go to my sandbox course. And this is just a regular blank course right now. So I have an announcements forum. This comes with every course. And I have 12 sections. So this is the default. There are 12 weeks to a course, so that's kind of why that default is set up. But we can add more or remove some if necessary. And that'll be in the video on organizing your course. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open this course for students. So Right now, this course is showing up as a burgundy color on the left side, and it's bold and not grayed out. But if this course was hidden, it would appear grayed out. So I'm going to go Edit Settings, and I'm going to change this to Hide so that we can see what that looks like. So here it's showing faded and grayed out on the left side in the navigation block. And also on the dashboard page, we have this course grayed out. The grayed out course means that students can't access this, but instructors can. So a student wouldn't see this course at all. And if you're getting messages from your students that they can't access your course, this might be the reason why. So you might want to double check to see that it's not grayed out. So we're going to open this up. And to open your course for students, you can go down to Edit Settings and change this option where it says Visible from Hide to Show, and press Save and Display. Courses get created in a hidden state so that students don't get access to them before an instructor means for them to have access. Students get added to a course 2 weeks before the official start date so that instructors could send out announcements before the official start date if they want to. But we want to make sure that the course is ready and nothing gets exposed to students that shouldn't be. So that gets the course gets created in a hidden state. So the next thing that we're going to look at is sending an announcement. So your course has to be visible for students in order for announcements to go out. So if your course is hidden and you post an announcement, it's not going to go out because students don't have access to the course. But we're going to use the announcements form. So this announcements form, we can add a new topic, which will let us create a new message to go out to all students. This is going to be a mailing list for anybody that's enrolled in the course, whether you have fellow instructors or TAs enrolled in the course, or library assistants, or a librarian, as well as the students that are enrolled in the course. And they can't opt out of these messages, but they might receive kind of a daily digest. I'm going to add a new topic. So it's going to be a lot like an email. So I can write a subject. I can write my text in here to send out my message. If I have a link, I can use the link button to add a hyperlink. I can bold text. So basic kind of word processing buttons. And if you don't know what a button does, you can hover over it, and it'll tell you what it does. So this is the italicized button. If you want to have an attachment, you can send an attachment. Just drag and drop a file on your computer, or press the new file button to add a file. If your announcement is something urgent where it needs to go out immediately to students, you'll want to press this button to send the forum post notifications with no editing time delay. So that's kind of wordy, but what it means is that whenever you make an announcement, it gets held back for 15 minutes, so you have a chance to kind of correct any typos, or if you make a mistake, it gives you 15 minutes to edit that post. So if you want this to go out right away, maybe you're recently sick and you're canceling class for that day and you want to give students as much heads up as possible, you'll want to check that box to make sure that it goes out without any editing time delay. And whenever it's ready, you can post a form. That will send it out. So if I do a test here, so this is my subject and this is my message, I can post a form. And what I also get is an archive. So students can't reply to the messages I send out through the announcements form, but they can go back here and see previous announcements that I've made. So if I had maybe one about an updated rubric for an assignment or something like that, they can go back here and see that announcement, even if I've made announcements since then. And that's in the announcements form. Right now it's at the default at the top of the course, but you can move that if necessary. And you can see that in our next video. The last thing that we want to cover as the basics for this is submitting final grades to the registrar's office. So I switched to a course where it was created by the registrar's office. So I'll have my UPI block, If you're working in your sandbox, you're not going to have this because that was created by the e-learning office and not by the registrar's office. So it's not going to try and communicate any grades to the registrar's office. So that's why that block's not going to show up. But in a course that was created through the timetable, that block will show up. So we need to have editing turned on, so we can see the extra buttons that we get whenever we can edit the course, like these pencil icons here, or the edit menu here on the right. I'm going to go down on the left side, and I'm looking for this My UPI integration block, and I have a link for final grades. So on this final grade page, we have a test student. We have Cindy Science, so she's not a real student, so we're not going to submit real grades here today. But if I want to submit my final grades and I've been tracking them maybe on a file on my computer, or I have a spreadsheet, like a paper spreadsheet or something like that, I can type in that final grade here. And when I've entered them for either a batch of students or all of the students, I can submit grades. So you can do them in batches or you can do them all at once. Once you press submit grades, they're submitted. If you do have a change, you have to contact the records clerk for the registrar's office after you've submitted. You can't update grades in Moodle if you've made a mistake, so just be mindful of that. And this kind of covers the absolute basics for Moodle. If you're interested in learning how to organize your course or add files and share files with your student, that'll be our next video, as well as some of the activities that you can do in Moodle. That would be a later topic as well. So hopefully you check those out, and thanks for watching.